What's going on, my intergalactic pals? And today I've had time to relax in the sense of I did Galactic Championships, came home for like a day and a half, then flew out to Gen Con, came back from Gen Con, had to get my stuff in order again. So, with that all being said, today I bring you some judge rules, questions, things. It is like 90 something degrees and I had to turn off my fan so that it doesn't get picked up in the background. As always, if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments down below. Or, if these videos are very helpful to you and you want to share them with your friends, subscribe, like, share, please, it all helps. And with that all being said, let's get into it. So someone asked, if I play Luke Skywalker from Legends of the Force and then deploy my Grogu leader from Grogu leader, does the leader deploy count as playing a unique unit for Luke's ability? Short, simple answer, no. When you deploy your leader, you are not playing a unit. It's a special action that comes into play. Luke Skywalker says, when you play another unique unit, you may use the Force, lose the Force token. If you do, gain an experience token and a shield token to this unit. Grogu, again, leaders do not count as play. So another person asks, where does the discard come from? Hand or top of deck? This is the only card that doesn't receive pile, hand, or deck. I believe it was referring to your deck since it's not stated, but would like an answer. I added the cards and others to help show clarification. The card they are asking about is, if it'll load, Rash Action 2, Heroism Red Tactics event. Attack with a unit. For this attack, it gains +1/+0 and gains when attack ends. If the unit dealt combat damage to an opponent's base, that opponent discards a card. If it doesn't specify, it's always going to say it's going to be from the hand. If it's not specifying, it's hand. If it is specifying, it'll specify specifically. Some cards that he showed was like Echo. When played, discard a card from your hand. BT1, on attack, discard a card from your hand, or discard a card from your deck, not from your hand. Dr. Afria, on attack, discard 3 cards from your deck. And Reckless Sacrifice, discard a unit from your hand. They all specify, even this one does say discard a unit from your hand, while Rash Actions just says that opponent discards a card. That opponent discards a card, meaning it will be from their hand. Someone said, how does Morok work with Nowhere to Hide attached to him? If Morok loses Sentinel when he is upgraded, can he gain it from Nowhere to Hide, or once you lose a keyword, you cannot gain it anymore? Morok says, when this unit is upgraded, he loses Sentinel and gains Saboteur. Nowhere to Hide, attached unit gains Sentinel. Enemy units in the area must attack a Sentinel unit when they attack. If they ever lose a keyword, they cannot gain the keyword anymore. So Nowhere to Hide would not give it Sentinel because it is losing Sentinel, but it would still get the -2/-0. So it wouldn't have Sentinel. Another question someone asked, see this, how to get to my room. They have said, if one of my knight unit is upgraded with the Blade of Talzin and my opponent plays no glory only results, where goes the Blade of Talzin? I would say that I'm still the owner of the upgrade, even if the opponent takes control of my unit and destroys it. And the Blade of Talzin should go back in my hand, but I'm not sure. Blade of Talzin is attached to a non-vehicle unit. When defeated, if this upgrade was on a friendly knight unit, return this upgrade from your discard pile to your hand. And no glory only results. Take control of a non-leader unit, then defeat it. You don't get it back while you own and control the upgrade. The unit that is attached to is now under the enemy control, making it an enemy unit. So the blade wouldn't go back to their hand, and it wouldn't go back to yours. It would just go to discard, because it was no longer friendly when it was defeated. Another card someone asked about was a retaliation. If I played Devastator to do 4 indirect damage to base, and my opponent plays retaliation, can they choose Devastator since it's when played dealt damage to a base? Retaliation says defeat a unit that dealt damage to a base this phase. Yes. So you can play retaliation targeting the Devastator that did the 4 damage to your base. One last question. Grief, I'm almost certain I'm saying that wrong. I always feel like I'm saying certain names wrong. If I play Faith and Your Friends, revealing the necessary cards and exhaust Grief leader, do both spy tokens receive an advantage token? I'm inclined to say no since the card is written in singular, but since it's one instance of creating a token, and sometimes Star Wars Unlimited surprises me, I wanted to get a second opinion. Griff. See, I would say Griff, but Grief. When you play or create a unit, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, give an advantage token to that unit. Faith and My Friend, search top the cards of your deck for a card and draw it. Then you may disclose triple heroism or triple cunning and 2 heroism if you do create 2 spy tokens. So even though you're creating 2 tokens simultaneously or within the same instant, you can only get 1 instance of Griff. You would create the 2 tokens. The first one would come in, exhaust, get the advantage. The second one would come in, he would already be exhausted, so he doesn't get it. So those are all the rules, questions that I've seen. If you have any, please, again, ask them in the comments down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. It's good to be back home. It was great to meet a lot of you, some at Galactic, some at Gen Con, which was fun, when someone was like, hey, I have some questions, blah, 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 blah. I talked to them, and then they're like, hey, by the way, like your videos. And I'm like, oh, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So I do love it when people randomly come up to me. It means a lot. But as always, please be safe out there in that big galactic world of ours. I'll see you around.